what exactly happened with Carlee Russell from the time that she got out the car to pick up the alleged toddler, who's white, by the way. The alleged toddler is white. And when she had been, in quotations, kidnapped, to when she was finally returned or came back to her family safely. Something isn't right in the buttermilk. The rain isn't dropping, the snow isn't sticking on the ground. And the sun is shining at night with the situation, because nothing is adding up right, except for she came, went, and came back. That's all it is to it. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I can't even use the clapping emoji because, I'm happy that Carlee Russell is safe. But we need to really know why in the footage there isn't a baby. We don't see a child. And why when she went into the car, she exited the car from the passenger side. And then she entered the same vehicle. She left the car. She exited the car from the driver's side. But then she entered the car, the same vehicle, in the passenger side. Something's not adding up. I'm going to give you my theory about this after I read from People magazine. It says, inside the Carlee Russell case, what happened to the woman who vanished after calling 911 to report missing child? Russell reappeared Saturday night, 48 hours after she first went missing alongside an interstate in Alabama. Investigators are still working to figure out how and why an Alabama woman went missing for 2 days before reappearing on her parents' doorsteps Saturday night. Carlee Nicole Russell disappeared after calling 911 last Thursday night, telling the dispatcher that she stopped along I-459 on her way home from work after seeing a toddler walking by himself in a diaper along the highway. However, when police arrived on the scene, they found a 25-year-old's car still running with her belongings inside. Carlee was nowhere to be found. A statewide search was fruitless for more than 48 hours, while news about her mysterious disappearance spread on social media until she reappeared back at her parents' house in Hoover, Alabama on Saturday night. We had spoken to Carlee once and are following up on that information, Hoover police told People, adding that it won't share information about their interview with Carlee. We will follow up with her again to attempt to get a better understanding of her movements during the time she was missing and will provide what information we can when we are able to do so. Hoover Police Chief Nick Derzis told AL.com, that must be Alabama.com, on Sunday, that the goal now is to find out what happened in the 48 or 49 hours after she disappeared a mile from her house and then ended up back at the house to fill in the gaps. We don't have to move quickly, the police chief said. Our priority was to get her home, and she's home. We'll investigate and do what we have to do. Carlee's family asked for privacy in a statement posted to Facebook, which said they had not slept for 3 nights and we are mentally and physically exhausted. While the public awaits more clarity on the case, here's what we know about the Alabama's woman's disappearance. The child was never found. Alabama authorities say the small boy that Carlee says she saw unattended, prompting her 911 call, has not been found or identified. Alabama police also said that no families reported a small child missing during that time either, but Carlee had called 911 and a family member to tell them about the boy, which she said had caused her to stop along the interstate. She called her brother's girlfriend before disappearing. Carlee's mother, Talitha Russell, told AL.com Her daughter had called her brother's girlfriend soon after making her call to 911. Talitha said her daughter remained on the phone with her brother's girlfriend until she disappeared. My son's girlfriend heard her asking the child, "Are you okay?" She never heard the child say anything, but then she heard our daughter scream. Talitha said last week, all you hear on her phone is background noise from the interstate. Police conducted a statewide search. Carlee's disappearance led investigators on a 2-day search that spanned across the state. Crime Stoppers of Metro Alabama had also offered a $60,000 reward for her return, according to AL.com. Before Carlee reappeared on Saturday night, police responded to a Red Roof Inn motel about 2 miles from the family's house, where a number of family members had arrived after saying Carlee called them and told them she was there. However, she wasn't discovered at the motel and soon after reappeared on her parents' front doorstep. I have been going nonstop since I received the call that she was missing on Thursday night. I know she would have done the same for me, so I wasn't going to give up until I saw her face again. Her boyfriend, Tomar Latrell Simmons, Tomar, I'm thinking his name is Thomas, Tomar Latrell Simmons, said in a lengthy Instagram post after she was discovered. She returned home after 48 hours. The frenzied 2-day search for Carlee ended when she reappeared back at home. Durzes, the Hoover police chief, told AL.com that Carlee walked up to her parents' house and knocked on the front door late Saturday night. The family called police, who arrived at the home shortly after. Carlee was taken to UAB hospital because she was reportedly having trouble breathing, but was released Sunday morning, according to AL.com. God is faithful, and He has answered our prayers. We are so grateful to each of you for all the acts of kindness, generosity, and compassion you have shown. Our baby is safe. Thank you, Father God, Carlee's mother wrote on Facebook. We tried to hug her as best as we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state, her mother told NBC today. Carlee's family says she was kidnapped. Police have not said whether Carlee was kidnapped, though her boyfriend made a reference to a kidnapper on Instagram while celebrating his girlfriend's return. She was literally fighting for her life for 48 hours, so until she's physically and mentally stable again, she is not able to give any updates or whereabouts on her kidnapper at this very moment, Simmons wrote. Russell's mother also told today her daughter was kidnapped and that the person responsible is absolutely still at large. Russell's mother also told AL.com that a trucker claimed he saw her car with the door open as a gray car pulled over close to it around the time she reportedly vanished. A previous press release had also reported of a single witness reporting they had possibly seen a gray vehicle with a light complected male standing outside of Carlee's vehicle. And although Durzes said there's no timetable on the ongoing investigation, now that Carlee's back home and safe, the police chief did tell AL.com it's our obligation as police to put it all together. Now I'm going to tell you what my theory is, okay? A lot of people may not agree with me, and it's okay. I'm cool with that. I believe there are 2 things that happen. One, I believe that, or 3. One is I believe that she hallucinated, okay? I believe that she could have possibly saw a little kid in her mind. Because she first said it was a little black boy. Then she said it was a white boy with red hair. That's what people said that she said over the phone. Now, according to this article, the boyfriend's sister said that it was a boy. It was a boy. Now, she heard the scream. She heard her scream. And when people hallucinate, a lot of times they see strange things and they scream. But the theory of it is A, was she hallucinating due to a drug psychosis? Or B, was she having a mental breakdown? Now, what I'm thinking of, it could be the same thing that happened with Wendy Williams. If you remember when Wendy Williams had that situation that happened, she saw something. We don't know to this day what she saw, but she was shaking. She was like, oh my God, she screamed and she fainted. Carlee didn't faint, but she could have hallucinated and saw that boy and screamed, and then come to find out it was nothing. And then she went back in that vehicle, and she was like so turned around mentally that it could have been something scaring her. Or it could be something, and I'm going to say something that's really out of this world. She could have thought that what she saw, forgive me, was a dead child. And mentally, she didn't know how to handle it. It freaked her out. And she didn't know what to do. Or in that whole schism of being hallucinating, it could have been a drug psychosis. Okay? So that's my first theory in that context. Number two, my second theory is she could have lied. She could have lied to basically get attention, because there are sources that saying that her boyfriend wasn't really treating her the best way because he was cheating on her with a stripper. And she wanted to get attention from him. And she blocked him for a couple of months. And then she unblocked him the day of to get his attention. They also are saying that she dropped out of nursing school, and that she got fired, and that she does drugs. I don't know. I'm not going to co-sign that. But what I believe happened more than anything is that I believe it's a possible breakdown that this young lady had. Or what if there was somebody in that? What if somebody was in the car? Like, why would she go on the passenger side? What if, and this is another one, what if she was doing sex work? I know, y'all ain't gonna like me saying that, but we gotta throw all the possible theories out there, because the whole thing is this: Hoover police came there for that woman, not because she was missing, but because she said she saw a missing child. If it wasn't for that missing child, they wouldn't have came for her like they did. I'm gonna keep it real with you. They wouldn't have came there for her like that. They saw a missing child. That's what it was. Now the question is, they haven't found the child. So she's going to have to admit that she made it up. Nobody even reported a child missing. And that's where she messed up. Now here's the bad thing. Drum roll, please. If she was in nursing school before, if she dropped out, she ain't dropping back in. Because she's not going to be able to take that NCLEX. She can't take that national, the nursing certified exam. She's not going to be able to do it. She's not. And so with that being said, I'm signing off. I'll be back shortly. Thank you for listening and tuning in. And take care.